Plandemic director Mikki Willis is back, and he's got a supplement to sell you.
I want to tell you about a product that we've been in development on for the past year and a half. Some of you already know about this. It's called Fierce Immunity.
Here we go again. Let's look at 4 techniques wellness influencers use to get you to open up your wallet. First up, my favorite maxim. Watch what they say.
Big Pharma is doing everything. It's hell-bent on destroying our natural immunity.
Then watch what they sell.
Fierce Immunity.
In this case, it's a supplement that Mikki has been behind for a while that his company markets as providing superior immune protection. As with most supplements, there's no proof of this, but we'll get to that in a moment. Importantly, in his usual soft lighting, calming music style, Mikki's latest video is being used for him to open up to discuss his own experience with Fierce Immunity, bringing us to the second technique. Anecdote is not data. Mikki spends most of this video talking about a health problem that he's supposedly been dealing with for 25 years.
Ailment that I've been dealing with, a health issue, for over 25 years. And it had become pretty serious.
Does he ever name the problem? No, doesn't mean he doesn't have one. His supplement might have even worked for him, but he's doing something pretty illegal here by specifically making health claims.
People are not getting sick. When they start to get sick, they take 3 little golden pills and they keep reporting within hours they're fine and they're better. Their children are better.
Which you're not allowed to do without actual clinical proof, and he never divulges the health problem that his supplement supposedly cured.
It's Fierce Immunity that's actually corrected this issue that I had no idea that it could affect in this way.
Remember, this is the dude that really brought anti-vax rhetoric into the mainstream. So for him to say that his supplement has supposedly helped children while also being part of a homeschooling effort that promotes medical freedom, no vaccines, is both gross and really dangerous. And yet he likes to use clinical data when it suits him, which brings us to number 3, scientific proof that proves what I want. The Fierce Immunity site lists a number of clinical trials that supposedly supports the efficacy of the supplement. As is my hobby, I read the 5 clinical study that he uses to support the notion that quercetin has neuroprotective and anti-inflammatory properties. That's his big anecdotal pitch in the video.
And she said, well, sweetheart, the core of your issue was inflammation. And I said, yeah, right. And she said, that's one of the major things that Fierce Immunity is meant to help.
Every study or meta-analysis linked to was either conducted in cell cultures or on rats. Those are important first steps for clinical data, but it doesn't prove that it can do the same thing in human bodies. One of those studies is specific to people who've suffered from spinal cord injuries. How a flavanol operates for that injury is going to be different than what it does for someone who doesn't have that injury. The whole point of studying drugs is to figure out who needs them and who they can benefit. So Mikki uses in vivo and in vitro studies, well, the latter in rats, to sell his supplement, yet denies the overwhelming evidence of the efficacy of COVID vaccines in actual human beings. Dude's got to move product though. Speaking of dudes, the 4th is a bit different, but it's really important in this case. Look at the company that you keep.
You've probably seen my business partner, JP Sears, comedian out there, talking about it.
On the Conspirituality podcast, Matthew, Julian, and I have differing opinions on a variety of topics, and we have a weekly editorial meeting to hash those things out before we go public with anything. But I never have to worry about them punching down on trans people or fat shaming or any other minority population in order to get clicks or attention or to monetize videos.
Society will finally be as inclusive as we've always wanted. Congrats to us. Well done, them there.
When I look at JP and Mikki, they were both fawning over Alex Jones at the premiere of the last Plandemic movie. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. And if that's something that you want to support, well, you're going to get what you pay for. Just don't believe it's going to make you healthy.